Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the worst thing someone has shared on a first date. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. A male coworker I was a little interested in invited me over to his house to chill. It was fine at first. We were playing video games and whatnot. Then things started getting weird. I have no idea why, because we were not even discussing anything remotely similar, but he told me that after he showers, he likes to peel the dead skin off his feet and eat it. I noped out of there so fast. He quit not long after that too, thank gosh. Ew, why would you ever say that to someone? Why would you confess that when no one's asking you to confess it? Did he think it was not weird? Did he think it was gonna turn her on? And he was like, you know what? I peel dead skin off my feet and then I eat it. I met a girl online way back and we went out on a date. We agreed to meet up for a drink and see how well we hit it off. While there, she decided to order wings and was making an absolute mess while we chatted. This girl told me more or less everything about her life, including her credit score, which was terrible. She decided she didn't want to pay her student loans and moved across the country without telling the institution rather than figure out what to do about it. She said her next move was to get engaged with a guy she had been with in a long-distance relationship for a couple weeks. They broke it off 2 months later. Our date was 1 week after that. It was the first and only time I have ghosted someone. I didn't want any part of that. What? Engaged with a long distance relationship after a couple of weeks? How do you know someone that fast? Because you don't see them much if it's a long distance relationship. On my first date with this girl, not even 5 minutes in, she asked me how big my trunk was. I can fit comfortably in it, I said. I tested it once I first bought it. She then kept going on about how she would put my body in there once she killed me after the date. She went into some really good details. For the first 20 seconds, it was kind of funny, but she kept going on for a while. That was the last date I took her on. What the heck? So you think it's a joke, but then you think it's actually something serious. You're like, funny. I was in my mid-20s when I went to dinner on a first date with this girl. We had not even ordered food yet and I was looking over the menu when she blurted out this gem. Just to make things perfectly clear, she said, I'm never going to do it with you. We were 10 minutes into our very first date. Prior to that, the subject was never brought up. I just looked up from the menu confused and gave the I'm waiting for an explanation look. You know the look. I just don't believe in it, she explained. Wait, what? I don't believe that humans are meant to do it. I was doing my best to not be insulting. So I took my time before asking, so you don't intend on having children then? Oh, someday I will, she replied. So you plan on adopting? No, I want my own kids. Okay, but having children requires it, right? She just gave me this incredulous look like I told her the moon was made out of cheese. She almost laughed when she said no. I wasn't laughing. I really wanted to know how she thought people reproduced, but it was already super awkward. Instead, I asked her how long she had been single. It turned out this was her first date ever. She was the same age as me. Suddenly, the picture was starting to come into focus. We made small talk through dinner. It was awkward and I certainly wasn't feeling any connection to her. I got the impression she was sheltered to the point of damage. It wasn't just about the lack of knowledge with physical intimacy. It was an all-encompassing lack of fundamental understanding of social normalcy. I was trying to be respectful, but it was really hard to ignore the complete disconnect. This was emphasized to a great point when she became upset when the bill arrived and I placed my card in the bill folder and set it on the edge of the table without comment. She asked me why I was paying for both of us. I told her that I was happy to cover dinner, at which point she became very angry, much to my surprise. I am not your wife, she yelled, standing up. She then dug angrily through her purse for a $20 bill, threw it on the table and stormed off in a huff. I just sat there stunned with half of the patrons staring at me. My waiter managed to save the moment by saying, dodged a bullet there, huh? I do believe so. What? What is going on? Wait, what? But wait, hold on a second. What about sex ed in school? I am actually so confused. What? She sounds really gullible. I'm honestly so curious about how she thinks humans reproduce, right? I'm curious. What kind of imagination? I was on a first date with a girl who worked at a bagel store next door. I got my lunch there a couple of days a week, but had only chatted her up for a few minutes before I asked her to dinner and a movie. We went to dinner and just had ordered our drinks and were discussing appetizers before she decided to make a confession. Look, there's something I need to tell you about, she said, and I should have told you about them when you asked me out. Oh no, she has kids, I thought. They're my world, she said. She showed me her phone. There were cats, about 7 of them. I was a little relieved and just kind of laughed it off with, oh, that's cool. I thought I had dodged a bullet, but I was way wrong. I asked what their names were. From then, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, every moment for the rest of dinner was about those cats. Who they were, what they were like, how she got them, dietary restrictions, sleep schedules, etc. She even told me that her newest one was in heat, so if we wanted to hang out after, it would have to be at my place. She said she needed to call and check on them. She had gotten a cat sitter for the night. Very, very odd, but she was nice, so we went to the movies. It gets better. During the movie, she snuggled up to me. Obviously, she was not having a bad time. As we left the theater, she was not very talkative, which was off because she had talked non-stop through dinner and the previews. We got to my car at the theater and got in. She started kissing me and bam, she just went for it. I was shocked, but I just thought she was really into me. It totally threw me off. That finished and I looked to move things over to reciprocate. She shuts it down. I backed off and confused, I asked if she wanted to go to my place and have a drink, or we could go to a bar. She did not respond. Then she turns to me and looked me dead in the eye. Did you like the movie? She asked. Yeah, sure, I muttered. Before I could offer any kind of follow-up to her or about it, she cut me off. I don't think Alfie would have liked it very much, she said. He hates movies like that. Confused, I asked, who's Alfie again? She got very furious. My cat! Weren't you listening? She continued to scream at me, telling me that her cats were her babies and their needs would need to be as important to me as my needs if we were going to see each other. I sincerely apologized for forgetting the cats' names and told her that I would honestly try to commit all the information to memory so that this wouldn't happen again. She told me to take her home, so I did, and confusedly apologized again. I pulled up to her place. As I started to talk, she got out, slammed the door and went inside. I texted her that night and never got an answer. I went into the bagel shop 3 days later and found that the next day she quit. She called in and quit. Here's the best part. I talked to the manager there, who told me that she quit. She told me that she knew my date's mum, who still lived at home with. But the kicker was when she told me there are no cats. They don't exist. The cats never freaking existed. What happened then? Why was she lying about having cats? I'm so confused. Was she trying to see if the guy would still like her if she had cats? Or was she trying to see if the guy would care for her pets if she had pets? I'm so confused. What the heck? But she got angry. Maybe it's because she got angry. Oh, maybe she was trying to test him and be like, is he listening to me? Don't do that. Please, people, don't do this. This is so complicated. You want to be honest, okay? Don't do this. Don't test someone. On our first date, which was a 66-minute dinner, my date told me that she bought a property and was building a house in a nice part of LA. She also mentioned how her father died. Additionally, she was recently divorced. Then she talked about how Asian girls were inferior to white girls, physically and mentally. She added that white guys who date Asian girls are destined to produce genetically defective offspring. She ended the date by skipping the pleasantries and saying she didn't want a second date because I seemed like a wuss. On Valentine's Day, I went on a blind date. All was going fairly okay, although we did not seem to click that well. But it was fine. It was a cool evening until she started drinking. Somehow that prompted her to start talking about how she and her sister had been having intimate relations with each other. I thought she was trying to reach out to me, so I tried to match her tone and be supportive. That's disgusting, I said. I'm so sorry you were hurt like that. She got offended and changed the subject. We finished our dinner in silence and I took her home. While we are friends now, we never spoke of it again. Why? Like, did she want him to be like, wow, that's cool? No. I was on a first date with a girl I had met on the internet. I picked her up and she looked hot. It was very exciting. We drove to the restaurant, parked the car. Then, as we were walking up to the front door, she said to me, you know, I've had 2 abortions. Then she slowly slid her hand down my chest and said, and I wouldn't mind having a 3rd. I assumed this was intended to be enticing, but all I could think about was how messed up in the head she had to be to want more abortions. Why? Yeah. Run. Wait, what? So she's okay with getting pregnant, but she wants to get an abortion? Honestly, like she's doing it on purpose. That's the odd thing. I'm confused. I had a date with a guy who seemed amazing. We went to get down to business. Afterwards, we talked about our fetishes. He admitted to having a huge fetish for messing around in front of his parents. I got out of there real fast and blocked him on every social media platform not long after. He still stalks my Twitter and keeps texting a friend of mine, asking her to tell me to get in touch with him. Nope. Why would you wanna do it in front of your parents? Why? He gets off to his parents watching him? Ew! Why would you ever want your parents to watch you do it? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!